All right, and we're back. Sorry about that. Map tools, crap the bed.
All the bed.
All,
Holy moly,
all
mate.
the beds. Yep.
With the lights on.
With
Wasn't
the
even
lights on.
sleeping.
All right. What was the last thing you guys heard on the stream? Gladiator creation, and we're the Road of Sorrow. On stream, what was the last thing? Did they get to meet Zamicles or not?
I think so.
Zamicles.
I think it was the description of Zamicles, like the knowledge checks part.
Okay.
We did that. Yeah, that was the last part of it.
Okay, so he goes off to check on the others while you guys are talking. I do not think that he is a lizard man, Monsieur, says Edward to
Samuel. You can call me Sam.
Mr. Sam.
Santa.
Who are the rest of you? And you notice that Ugg, he's got his arms chained up, but his little kind of like little hand just sort of like scratched the back of his head and kind of went tucking back in under his armpit. The soldiers tried to tie it up, but you notice that the ropes are a little bit like slack, and he just tucks his arm back in.
You know, I think this one over here is, what do you call it? Being in the ropes voluntarily?
He still has shackles on his main arms. The shackles look like they're hurting his arms. Like his arms are such thick cords and weird, misshapen, non-uniform. He blinks with a bit of keen intelligence while he's looking at you. What language are you talking to, Ugg?
In whatever. Halfling or common.
Okay, Ugg seems to understand either. Like, he's looking at you whenever you switch to Halfling and talk to yourself in kind of your native tongue. He's looking at you like he understands. He's not saying much. He grins or grimaces. It's hard to tell when he pulls back his lips and shows those teeth.
Your mom should be proud.
Okay, there's a flash of annoyance across his face. He seems unsure, and he's now looking around at everyone. Edward's shifting over so he doesn't have to touch Ugg, but it's hard when your chains are only so taut. I think he is beginning to expire. He's talking about the dead slave who is still shackled in spot. Hordes of flies are following him, bothering Thalana and Samuel.
Thalana's gonna like annoyingly swat at them, but she's not gonna say anything. Just
my name is Edward Ravenhurst. I am from Stygia, like the rest of you, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm from a mountain. Top of the mountain.
Mr. Sam is from mountain. He glances over at Ugg. Ship. I was from a ship. Needs some sort of sailor. Pirate. Well, I stand corrected. Well, sort of sit corrected, but... Alright, Mr. Pirate. Ugg's actually now looking around the circle, like he wants to hear the other stories. Arlen, they're looking at you.
I was just in the castle. I mean, why me? Like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I'm not supposed to be here. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. I shouldn't be here.
stuff it, Tree Hugger. We're all in the same boat now.
I don't have my... I can't do my magic yet. Where's my symbols and...
Oh,
quit
I
whining.
haven't prayed. I haven't prayed yet. I mean,
We all have to sit next to you listening to you complain.
I'm just happy we're not on the boat anymore. I hate the boat.
there was a boat.
Look at these sorry rabble. What are you all talking about? Like a bunch of clucking hens. Hey! Hey! And you notice that one of them kind of takes the top of his spear and is tapping Edward in the back of the head. We won! And they smell of beer as they go kind of walking off a little bit faster than the slow grinding inevitability of the wagon that you're in.
Why are these? Why are they
What'd
all
they
like
win?
that?
What'd you win?
No, quiet.
They're looking at each other. They're actually looking around like they don't know where that came from.
They're drunk. Don't let them come back.
Ah, you'll get what's coming to you. Just
Oh,
wait until
shit.
tonight.
Oh shit!
Shut up,
Shit!
we're not
Shit!
supposed to
Shit!
tell them.
What's that? What's he talking about?
Solana is going to start poking the dead body.
Okay. It is ripe. The dead body. It's been there for probably a week.
Specifically
Ooh.
in the eyeballs.
Thing's ready to pop.
Yeah,
Does it?
yeah, it's pretty gross. It's wet and cool weather at least for the cool part. The wet is probably not helping.
Ugh.
Do you eat that sort of thing?
Ooh, me?
Is there something
Leave it,
something we should know?
leave it be. Leave it be. The poor person.
He's dead. It doesn't matter.
I don't want you to get
There's
them on
some
me.
Respect. There's some respect you need to do.
Well.
Besides, we're moving all the bugs, and they're gonna wake up. Just let them do their thing. Wait for me. I shouldn't be here.
Don't worry.
The fifth.
I don't want all of you to fret. He's going the same place you are. We've figured out ways of making use of all of you, alive or dead. Says Zamocles. He's pretty ripe, isn't he? Oh well. I suppose they'll have to make a boner.
Solana rolls her eyes so hard that the cart almost has to make a fort save not to flip over.
Knowledge, religion,
Cart fails.
Sure.
Ah!
a boner.
That's a knowledge religion thing.
9.
Yeah, he may be like a bone guard or a skeleton.
Okay, would I know?
A 9, you're kind of like, what the fuck? Like maybe undead, maybe some sort
Maybe
of
undead.
thing.
Spellcraft? If I were to make it such that this body wouldn't work well for that sort of thing, what would I have to do? Or what would I have to know to roll to know what to do?
Yeah, you're not even not even
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Accidentally crush its skull or something. Oh no! Yeah.
Okay. Unless you guys are done talking.
What about the
What are they gonna do with
Hey.
us?
girlie? What's the where'd they find you? House on the mountain, boat, tree hugging.
Does it really matter that much? If we're all going to die, what does it matter if you know?
No. I'm not gonna die. Maybe you, but I don't think I will. No. I was just rolled up. No.
She sizes you up real quick.
we
12 seconds tops.
we can heal. I can heal you, but I don't have my don't have my magic. Oh, those
Some
bastards.
sort of priest?
What do you need to heal then?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you need?
I need my symbols, my holy symbol, my connection to my god. I need
The guys in the back wagon seem to be mostly human. In fact, it looks like they're all soldiers. Perhaps it's hard to tell racially them apart from the vassal guard soldiers, but they've got different color like undergarments and tunics. Like their armor has all been stripped down. It's like they were involved in some fight. They surrendered and now found themselves captives. There are 6 of them in that other cart.
I know about gods. There's this one god. His name's Cord. He's awesome. And then there's these earth things that you're supposed to, but yeah, but this Cord guy. I mean,
Oh, you know,
Wow, that was all very informative.
God of strength. He kind of he
in
makes
competition.
you think he's hurting himself by pulling on his bonds somewhat.
Oh, how interesting. The defect made it sound more eloquent than you did.
Listen,
Oh, that was pretty-
he's not a defect. He's
Oh, and what's that sticking out of his back?
everyone
Hey,
is different. Just
he's-
leave him be.
just well endowed.
It's like your words were arrows. He seems to shirk against that kind of talk, and he's like looking away.
Everyone is different. Let him be. Some would look at you in disgust. Others would look at me in disgust. Everyone is different. Let them be. They have the right to be mean.
Many
His
people have
strength.
looked at me in disgust. Their faces burned off seconds later.
It's unfortunate. Maybe I can heal them.
Is that smell him or you?
It's him. Do you want it to be me? Add a little flavor to it?
What did they mean by tonight?
Oh,
What
what
are
does
they
it sound
planning?
like tonight?
What is it? What are they planning? What are they going to do to us? Or you? And what am I going to watch?
Whatever it is, I do not like the way that those guards are looking at us. You notice them in the wagon behind you. They're actually looking at you. Give me sense motives if you care.
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, sense motives.
Sense motive 15.
Sense motive 9.
Give me a sec, sir.
9. They've got an ill-favored look. They're grumpy.
20.
15 is they're hostile towards you for some reason. 20. They're sizing you up as if they want to know more about you.
Don't give him away. Don't give away anything about what you can do. We're gonna fight. They want to fight us.
No, they think they can take us.
Well, don't give away anything about what you can do. The information, don't let them know. Don't let them know. Hide what you can do, and surprise them.
That is now the
if they
second
have
time
to
you've said
fight.
that. Please stop repeating yourself. We get it.
I can't. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
I
I'm nervous.
get it.
Big guy.
Yes.
I got this itch,
Sir.
like right between the shoulder blades.
Oh, good grief.
Like right in the middle between the shoulder blades.
My name's
Just
He's looking at you. Give me a charisma check.
my name is.
You
My
can use
name is
diplomacy if you want. You're like, hey, could you use your freaky arm?
you should freak your arm thing to scratch my back. 17.
His arm tentatively comes out. It's got this weird nail on it. It's like, it's really creepy.
Iwana just grimaces like, ugh,
There. Oh.
disgusting.
You have no
Can't
right
just
to
read
say
it
that.
yourself.
Every creature born has its right to live the way it is bade. Let him be. Shame on you.
All right,
Well,
so
well, that's so true. Natural selection would be a thing.
captured soldiers.
You really weren't loved, were you?
Epic
I'm
pout mode
sorry.
engaged.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If we make it out of this, well, my name's Arlen.
You can tell me your name again for the 16th time
Arlen
after we
Weiss,
might survive. How about that?
the healer of our castle. I would be.
Stop
that
here,
career?
stop here. It's time to let them feed. We don't want them running out of strength tonight when we reach the crypt head.
Oh, fuck.
Knowledge.
Punch up a face.
Knowledge crypt head.
Knowledge local world you're in.
I didn't put a rank in, so
Okay.
knowledge int check.
In check.
16.
What does he learn?
There is a massive series of
19.
crypts that are dug into the side of a mountain or a series of mountains and foothills that were the burial place of one of the kingdoms that was conquered long ago on this continent. There is now an imperial order of necromancers that rule over this mountain and plunder its riches.
Gross.
That's gross. Yeah, I agree.
Your silence is thanks enough.
I've reconsidered your request for a dietary requirement. A change, that is. He waves some soldiers over that come wandering over with a barrel. They tap the barrel. Immediately, the pungent smell of salted and slightly rotten fish overcome. They then basically dump the barrel into the wagon through the bars. Some of the fish touch the dead body. Some of them are just spilled out over top of the halfling. Basically, the whole wagon is now covered in fish and guts.
Marty,
So that Norwegian fish that smells like ass. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Marty,
it's kind of a bonefish. This guy is not treating you guys nice. It's almost like he's trying to make your place dirty.
It's okay. The salt is good. Salt is good. It's okay.
They give the same bucket of fish to the other guys. However, they don't have a dead body that may putrefy some of the or make it less pleasant.
All right.
Marty, all
One
my
of them
spells
says,
need
"I can't eat this," and he gets a whap over the head with a spear. Not enough to do a lot of damage, but just sort of a whack.
If he doesn't want it, we'll take it.
Don't harm the merchandise. They are valuable, perhaps. In any way, they will be redeemed. You don't like the way
know
his
that
lips moved when he said redeemed, because they kind of curled into a smile. It's almost like there's a grimy man underneath the dragon plates. Like, you thought dragons should be like creatures of greatness and terrible
this one's a
and
cunt.
awe-inspired. Yeah, this one's a bit of a cunt.
Marty,
Yes.
all of my spells require the holy symbol, right?
Not
Nope.
all of them.
Purify
You
food
should
and drink
take
does not. It just requires verbal and somatic.
If it says divine
So-
focus, it does.
Oh, so create water should be fine then for us.
Yep.
Okay. When they're not looking, I'm creating water and giving water to our people.
Okay, how
5
many
people
gallons of water does your spell create?
Oh,
Okay.
2 per level.
Not much. Give me a
So
sec.
what level are you?
The question is is it up to or is it you create?
You create.
Is the question.
Give me a sec.
Spell water.
Standard verbal somatic
Up- it's
effect up to.
Up to. So
Okay,
he can
all right.
create like
so you
a
can
cup if he wants.
everyone's hands cup a little bit, and he's able to create quietly some water. Zamicles doesn't seem to He's gone over and he's talking to some of the Imperial soldiers, like after he oversaw the feeding. These vassal guards don't even bother picking up the fish that spilled out. The wagons begin to roll again. I'm assuming you guys are eating because you're
Yes.
hungry? Okay.
If he's
Yeah.
purified,
purify. Yeah, I've got purified food and water.
yeah, she'll eat.
Okay, so you notice that he's making the rotten fish smell a little bit better, and there are worms that come out of the fish when he casts the spell on each fish or on the fish around him. Any of the rot on the fish sort of goes away, and you guys are able to have a sushi meal.
Just
Not so
just
bad.
scrape the scales off with your nails. That will make
like,
it better.
He's like
Or just
eating
eat
scales and all.
Or just eat the whole thing.
Some of the fish are small enough that he's just like popping them in his mouth. Others-
Arlen's a little bit still in shock. He's focused on what he knows. He's like, they've been okay. There's been fed. The patients are fed. The patients have water. He's like trying to feel for your temperature, like with the side of his arms or like his hands. Like he's trying to focus on what he knows.
What kind of temple were you in, priest?
No, not a temple. I was in a castle. Castle, yes. I was responsible for making sure everyone was healthy and taken care of, and their wounds cleaned and fixed. And what is this fucking place?
Who did you piss off?
Nothing. They came into the castle and it was lots of blood, and I was just I don't know what happened. I'm here now.
Yeah, a
This
lot of
sucks.
stories like that.
Humans are barbarians. Barbarians.
They're not all bad. They carry themselves at the right height.
Mhm.
Male human necromancer. Marty,
Yep.
question. Do the characters that are a higher level start with XP as if they were a higher level?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
I need a pompous wizard name.
Tim.
Of what origin? Like a pompous wizard name that's a human?
Biblical-ish.
Oh. Like,
Barabbas.
I need the angel names.
What was Barabbas?
Barabbas.
Okay. The caravan finally stops, and you can see that there are some cloistered figures hovering around the side of a cliff face. There is a pit with dark chambers that lead into the side of the pit. Approaching Zamocles, who's now got his hands clawed kind of wide, sort of in a symbol of friendship. He is flanked by some of the Imperial footmen with their long guns. Some of them have long guns with axes on the end of them. All the other vassal guard soldiers are lumped into four, and your two wagons being pulled by large bulls with their
I am
horns.
proficient with bayonets. Are they bayonets or are they...
They're like axe. They're like
Okay.
like really primitive, heavy bayonets. Same concept. Slashing weapon at the end of a gun. Probably not good for the gun. The Vassal Guard captain basically calls to a halt as these two bull-pulled wagons. Psst, one of the soldiers from the other wagon. You're fucking dead. Give us any trouble, I will make you dead for sure. You know what they do to people around here. You get dead. You go into the mountain, never come out.
Hey, I got a question. Do you dress left or right?
What?
What?
Left or right?
I don't know. What the fuck you're talking about? Shut up. Burn! Guy just hits the bar with his with his big spear or a big pole arm.
There's so many of them here.
Left or
Why?
right? I don't know what he means.
Why are they here?
Oh, Bonehands, says Damocles. It's good to see you. How is your arthritis doing? He says, and you notice that this coiled wizard kind of clucks in annoyance at that comment. There's a grimacing, skinnier man. You're like, is that guy undead? Like, he looks like he doesn't eat. He's like skin and bones. What have you brought me, Damocles? What have you brought? Fresh meat for the grinder. Fresh ingredients for your necromancy. Fresh bodies for the grave. You going to sell me the whole lot, then? No, I am on my way to the Imperial City. I do not want to sell all of them. I want to bargain. You and your slavers are filth. That may be, but someone's got to do the dirty work. Yes, the peasants have grown restless around here. A good fight is something that they need to see. Some of them are so used to digging out bones that they forget that these bones were once entrenched in buckets of blood and flesh. We shall see what you've brought me. Oh, yes, they're quite healthy. I don't think any of them have caught any diseases on the way here. At least we got rid of those ones.
Do we have any fish left?
Yep.
Okay. How are he fish projectile shaped?
Sure. Sure. There's an eat, like, you're pretty sure it'll fly like a dart.
All right. Samuel is eyeing up throwing a fish at that particular Imperial footman. He's
Same rate as before. Fine. If you put on a good show, I will have the rest for my uses, and whichever dead ones you've carted away here. You've got a lot of soldiers here. Oh, yes. The soldiers of the other continent are rather cheap. He smiles. The things that they'll do for a silver a day.
a silver a day.
You know, the usual going, right?
I shall inspect the wares, master.
You notice that Zemicles actually offers his hand, and Barabbas Bonehand, he had his hands buried in his cowl for a while. When his hands come out of the cowl, they are tapered at the elbow, starting at the elbow down to his wrist, like skeletal. His hands are actually skeletal. But they move. So he actually shakes... Oh, I see your arthritis is rather bad.
That's hokey.
Barnabas just doesn't like Zemicles, but they seem to seal pact as this scabrous-looking man coming wandering over. He's got this little tool that sort of expands as he's walking. You're pretty sure it's magical. It turns into like a little tong, like a little grabby, little grabber.
It's a reaching stick.
Let's have a look at you, shall we? You, open your mouth.
Is he talking to Thelana?
Yep.
I want to look at your teeth.
Necromancer's the guy
She'll
that
stick
said,
out her tongue.
Okay. He jams he jams the grabber into your mouth and kind of cranks it open and is now looking at your teeth rather roughly. You realize the more you struggle, the more your teeth are scraping against metal.
She just kind of stops. She doesn't want to lose her teeth. Because she actually does have them all.
Yes, very healthy. What about... Oh, an elf.
He pulls the grabber out.
Show me your teeth.
He says he's kind of flicking the grabber like he'll shove it in your mouth if you don't show him your teeth.
Yep, yeah, no, I nod. I do it in a way that a dentist would. Like I've done it to people, so I do it in a way that's.
He says ah.
Very cooperative. Very healthy.
Thelana's going to scrape the metal taste out of her tongue and then just look around and wipe it on Arlen's shoulder.
Very healthy. Very compliant. Maybe I'll dip into my own savings to purchase you. Lots of things can be done with elvish blood. Are you true-blooded? Or have you messed up your bloodline?
As far as I knows, true blood.
As far as you know. It's probably written on some tree somewhere. Oh,
Plant the tree.
disgusting. I already can see your teeth are wrong, dreadful creature. You'll make a good zombie. You seem to be of good birth. Show me your teeth. He smiles. He doesn't open like the dentist. Open wide, open wide. He's getting the clampy thing treatment. He's trying to struggle, but oh yes, probably nobility. What is this? Oh, it's not a child. A curious strain, are you not?
A child with a chin strap beard.
Yep. Show me your teeth.
He opens his mouth.
Healthy. Surprisingly so. And you there, show me your teeth. Oh, ripe.
and you notice that he just turns the tool into like a poker and he's kind of poking it and there's awful gas.
See,
coming
that's
out.
why you don't let him stick the poker in your mouth.
Well, at least he put it in him last.
Oh, this one's all juicy. Ugh. It's gonna make a bit of a mess. The apprentices will have fun cleaning this one up. I see that none of you are cannibals. That's very good. Last batch. Had to put them all down. Didn't take them long to rise back up now, did it? I look forward to seeing all of you later tonight. By firelight. We shall see the fight.
That rhymed, and it pisses off Thelana. like deeply.
You, rabble, traitors of your kind, don't you know that we're forging an empire for all of you? Well, not you anymore. I'm sure that maybe some of you will survive. But to think, your families are likely done. Your lines are through, and all you have left is your pride. Simpering. Fools. The Imperium will show you the error of your ways. And what we do to traitors. Yes, this one looks sick. I'll have my eye on you. We have ways of decomposing corpses rapidly. We'll save your filth and maybe ship it back to your...
He's in the middle of his little rant and Barabbas says, Rovis, come! And he stops his rant and goes running back over.
Thinking about it's alright, we'll let him go past. Still got a fish.
All right. Thingol, let them out. Keep them chained together. Bring them down into the pit. I want a two-man thicket. If any of them try to escape, well, I suppose we will not see them fight. The soldiers begin to move you out of the place. Thankfully, they undo the chains and quit dragging the dead slave around, and move you down into this pit. Similarly, the captured soldiers are also moved, suspiciously, but perhaps not unexpected, to the opposite side of the pit.
Is there any gear down here?
There is no gear down here yet. Torches are eventually set. Long, kind of tiki torches all along the edge, and even some of them inside the pit. Soldiers have formed a ring around the pit. If somebody wants to spread out the soldiers, you can. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
The Imperium soldiers are hanging back, like they have seen probably dozens of these fights before, and don't seem to be too impressed. They are watching, however. We'll say 8 of them don't get to watch, as they're tending to the cart and the animals. The Vassal Guard captain is wants to see. The necromancers disappeared into this horrible-looking place. Zamicles did not go with them.
So we just supposed to beat their asses?
I go to
Quiet, says one of the vassal guards, as food is distributed and they seem to be eating. Other people, these are like peasants and farmers and old people. They have this really ill-favored look, and they do not mean you well. This old woman's like, curse you, you vermin! And like has to have like crooked looking relatives hold her back from her rage so that she doesn't fall into the pit.
Water.
Hi. Hi, lady.
And they get horribly brutalized.
Wandering down, these necromancers seem to be quite eager. There are 4 Imperial footmen that come down to wander down as they guard Zamicles. 3 more of them with their guns actually point guns in your general direction, with readied actions to fire.
Defensive?
Well now, I'm sure the 5 of you aren't going to disappoint. This one likely makes up for more than the loss on your side. That man that you were riding with tried to escape. We had to put an end to that, of course. Mind you, there is no escape here.
Master, my tools, I beg of you.
Yes, I wonder what sort of fight I should suggest.
A non-lethal one.
Oh no. You see, there is an old belief amongst dragonkind that the undoing of the great dragons were in fact because there was so much competition, and competition breeds better. But nowadays, better is better for me. The better you perform, the better you will... the higher the price that you will fetch in the markets.
Then you will provide us with our tools, yes. We will perform much better with that. All of us.
Yes.
We'll get you an excellent price.
A cleric, were you not? Some sort of deviant priest. A heretic.
I help people when I can. The ones that are injured so they can go and fight again.
But surely not to the five-faced god.
He's
They're
new to
not.
me.
They're not going to like you around these parts.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps I'll get a good penny from the necromancers here. I don't think that positive energy works well with undead. They might have all sorts of uses for you.
The better I perform, the more you'll make, yes?
Yes.
Diplomacy?
You are all unblooded. True, untested. This is an official arena in the Order of the Imperial Circus. The Crypthead Arena, while creepy, is a good place to become blooded. And he grins with his supple lips.
You just have to knock him out to be blooded, yeah?
You have to win.
You hear that? We gotta beat your ass!
Fuck you! Fucking
Bring it on!
Marty,
That's the
diplomacy?
spirit. That's the spirit.
Marty,
Although there
diplomacy?
might be other spirits around here, soon
wanna
some of
encourage
you will
him.
be enjoying them. We'll be joining them. The necromancer's halls are like great maze in the earth dug by earthworms. I'm sure they will have a special place for you, regardless of how you fare.
We'll do our best, Master. Diplomacy? I want him to give us
He
good
seems
gear.
to like being called the master. Like he preens at that. What about the rest of you?
In my stupid little peon brain, I think I beat up those guys over there, and I get to go home.
Yeah.
I agree with the elf here. I would be better suited if I had my spell component pouch and a trusty scimitar at my side. Hopefully the one that has my family sigil upon it. You mean the one with the gems? I'm sorry, dear. That was sold long ago. He looks like... Huh?
There goes that feat.
Although I'm sure we can find a curved blade to put in the center. Then I appreciate that very much, Mister.
The center can also be likely closer to us, yes?
Oh, it's Branderson. My father, you see, was a brander. Family
He's
trade,
master.
after all.
He's master. I correct.
Unfortunately, I was never one for tattooing. Although I tried, those poor slaves, such an awful job that I did. He grins like it's funny.
Huh.
Don't
My
worry.
alchemy kit.
Those that will survive, you will soon receive your brands if you, perform. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, aren't we? Unblooded. This one, I don't think needs a weapon. I hear that you cracked at least 3 skulls of sailors as they tried to pluck you from the water. No weapon for him. He is a weapon. I suppose a scimitar for you, good sir, he says in a mocking tone. And this one. I've had a look through your little formula book. It's so small. On many levels. You're just a little thing, aren't you?
I'm sure she will do her best to impress you, Master. If you provide her with everything that she needs, you will be most rewarded by our performance.
Spellcaster, alchemist. I think for each of your spell component pouches, we'll give them, I don't know, a missile weapon. Yes, that seems fair. If any of those spells touch anyone in the audience, I'm going to make you a personal slave of mine.
Mental note, we're gonna have to visit this guy when we're leveled and
Granland? Granland?
Yes, sir.
Granland knows my predilections for keeping my slaves in line. Tell them what I did on the front lines.
Yes, sir. He eats eyeballs.
Yes, I rather like how they taste.
Does Granland have 2 eyeballs?
Yeah, Granland has 2 eyeballs, yep.
Okay, just checking.
You don't need to see to be a proper masseuse.
Fair enough.
Soldier wanders off. Yes. Compliant elven? Skinny arms. A bit clumsy. He almost fell on his face exiting the wagon. I thought your people were supposed to be graceful.
I'm good with helping people. Make them feel better, healthier. Live, fight longer, make more
Trying
money.
to make yourself sound like a masseuse. You're doing a good job.
Keep in mind, the rest of you, that this one advocated successfully upon your behalf. Let's see what you can do. And he pats you on the head like you were a dog. Get to their spell component pouches. Give the little one her little tiny book. And her jingling jar of baubles and bubbles.
Yes, sir.
You can see them digging around in what little remains of your personal gear. They open up a box and they pull out like a alchemy kit, a holy symbol of Freya, like a spell component pouch for Arlen and for Edward. A small book for Edward is handed to him. Actually, he doesn't do the handing. Soldiers, here you go. He just tosses the book on the ground and the formula book and the bag of things and the spell component pouch and the holy symbol. He like opens up the sack and looks at it and looks back, and one guy nods and he just drops it into the dirt like it all meant nothing and then walks away. You can see that he is similarly wandering over to talk down to the soldiers. The soldiers they're all looking a little like uppity, like, yeah, finally get to do something, and they're rolling up their sleeves and they're all standing.
Are any of us do any of us suffer from any condition?
Give me a d6. If you roll a 1, you are suffering from a minor condition.
Everybody individually?
Yep.
I'm okay.
There was one guy they said was sick, so I'm just going to give him a green aura, like he's actually not faring very well.
Do you want me to roll for Edward?
I got Edward and nope, 1 is what I said. So Og and Edward are fine. And then Thalana, Tim, the d6.
1d6?
Yep. Nope. You guys are healthy. You've survived where others have not, and you avoided eating. You purified your food, I guess, throughout the journey, which Arlen could have done. You do notice that they're tossing down what looks like they gave you 3 things. They are tossing down 3 short bows.
Do I have a long? Did they draw down a long sword as well?
They haven't distributed any weapons yet.
Okay. Are we allowed Does it sense motive? Are we allowed to move to pick up our things, and where are they tossed?
They're tossed right in front of Edward. Edward's actually passing them down with you guys. Soldiers have come up and taken off your chains. Although you still have, like, in your bracer slot, manacles that can be rechained. They don't bother taking those off. You think that it would take a metal worker to take these things off.
Cool.
We just have to leave those till we hit
Beat
level
somebody
5.
with a shackle.
With your bracer. All right. They eventually do sit back down. That one guy is actually visibly getting sick. Like he's like just sort of trying to keep himself warm in the kind of whipping breeze. It is still like spring-ish.
So what were they given?
There are 3 short bows, but they haven't provided them any arrows. They haven't provided them any weapons, but the 3 short bows were in exchange for the 3 spell component pouch.
All right, I got a fish, so I've still got my fish. I could throw at someone.
Yep. At dusk, when finally the sun goes down, the torches are still burning brightly. When it looks like the crowd from nearby villages have arrived, there are more necromancers that appear. There are, how shall we say, skeletal guys with heavy armor and tower shields that kind of like create a line. Let's see if we can find some skeletal warriors.
That's what he meant by boners.
You just got that?
He said boner.
Oh god, we're all gonna fucking die. I was like, are you so fucked?
Call these
where?
things
Sorry, I
skeletal.
didn't hear. Where are the magic items and the symbols and stuff like that? The alchemist kits.
They're given to you.
Oh, we have them.
You should be preparing your shit right now.
Fucking sweet, awesome.
Yeah, you can prepare your spells. There are breastplate wearing, tower shield wielding soldiers with short swords. There are necromancers that are behind some of them.
And speaking of hoplites, there's hoplites.
The crowd is there.
Fuck.
Might I do the introductions, Master?
Barnabas looks like he's annoyed just with this whole proceedings, and Rovis comes over. A couple of soldiers kick at your things. Are you done?
Yeah, I picked up all my stuff. Is there any other, like, items, like shit to throw? Fucking anything will do.
Your books.
I picked up all my stuff.
Give me your
Something
books.
a little heavier than a book.
He's trying to take your book back.
The 2 soldiers are demanding your formula book and Edward's wizard book left. Edward kind of like is trying to go, hey, come on, and then when a gun is pointed at his face, he gives up his book.
All right. I've given mine up, but unfortunately, I didn't know this was going to happen, so I have no idea what this character knows as formulas.
Oh, well, pick some.
How many?
Int
should
modifier
be-
+3.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna put a couple on your sheet. Give me a sec. I'll put a couple on your sheet. You pick
Alright.
a few. Give me a sec.
You're first, right?
First level.
Yeah. So
Give me a
it's,
sec. Give me a sec. I'll give you a couple of good ones. Pick. I don't know how many you have.
2 plus int.
2 plus int, so 5.
So 5 firsts in your book, and you have 2 prepared.
All right.
So you just really need to pick 2.
Here, I'm putting your spells thing for you, or a formula. There.
Pick 2.
They're links.
Alright.
They're links.
I'm
So
gonna guess one of them is reduced person.
The dead slave is
Right.
brought down. You notice them tying a rope around his waist to a stake.
Pick whatever you want from those and delete the others, I guess.
Rovis cracks his knuckles.
Quick question. Because there's been, like, super infectious mega zombie plague in this world. Is there super infectious mega zombie plague on this world?
You don't know. No, there's not like roving bands of undead. Although
Not like the last halfling planet that.
No, war does produce horrible things though.
Okay.
So there's a big post, and I'm going to. You notice that some soldiers are actually scrambling over when they whispered to a necromancer. This vassal guard captain handed off to one of his vassal guard, who then handed off to a couple other vassal guards. And there's this big clanking like sack that looks like it's full of weapons. And these two go running over quickly. Rovis grins as he seems to be sprinkling some dust on the body. The dust looks blackish. The two guards seem to know what's up. Like, they're frightened and they just sort of dump the big bag of weapons, which sort of opens a little bit at the foot of the dead body.
Okay.
The dead guy gets first pick.
Huh? You stay behind me,
Says Ugg to Arlen.
you stay out of the way.
Ahmed,
Yeah,
have you got a present for me?
I did. They're on your sheet, dude.
They're on my sheet. I thought you were gonna.
Yeah. I
Just
already.
like,
They're on your
here,
sheet.
here is the.
Under,
It's actually
feats.
on the sheet. Okay.
Yeah,
They go
looks like-
scrambling away as he begins to cast a spell.
Where at?
Necron Staraka, rise in the name of the Undying Emperor,
He adds, which is not part of the spell.
Okay, while Marty, while he's doing this,
threw that fish at him, but
Marty,
he's too far
while-
away.
Marty, while he's doing this, can I start
There we
casting?
go.
Spellcraft.
Okay.
The dead body begins to breathe.
17. It's a spell.
It's a spell.
That is magic.
rise!
This horrible thing stands up, and part of its own
19.
stomach got stuck as it was trying to get up, and its whole like lower abdomen rips open, and his grayish, now rotting innards just sort of plop down in front of him. There's a swarm of flies, and it doesn't
Yeah,
seem to
that's not
bother
good.
Rovis, but everyone in the crowd went, "Ew!" Like there was a visceral reaction from the crowd. You notice that the ick is all over the weapons, or all, like kind of like right beside the bag of weapons. The bag of weapons also has several quivers.
The bag of weapons was dumped on this side, yeah?
No, it's right underneath the zombie.
Right underneath. Okay. Just looked at where the tokens were when they said to drop the thing.
It's not gonna be that easy.
So yeah. Okay.
Okay, Sam is going to start inching his way forward.
Yeah, you notice the warriors are all kind of forming a line. The sick guy doesn't seem to be too ready.
Stand back! Stand back!
He says to either side.
Well, they're closer than we are. Let's get this lined up.
Wait.
I'm little. It's fine.
The footman, after you do give the book back, Edward has. The other one seems to be.
In honor of the Undying Emperor, may his magnanimity and his necromantic might one day visit this pathetic world, this corpse upon which we stand. May he visit the great cowled order of the Crypthead Necromancers and bless us with his knowledge.
Of the multiverse?